welcome back to Big Canoe Earth Sign YouTube channel. Today we are exploring the Jeep Trail, and here is Migo, our guide. Migo just got cooled off in Disharoon Lake, and we're setting out to just hike what is called the Jeep Trail at Big Canoe in Jasper, Georgia. Jeep Trail is really interesting because you can obviously actually drive a Jeep on it. It goes over creeks, and we're gonna check it out today. We'll be back when we have more. The Jeep Trail runs along Disharoon Lake and the beach club. You can also get a nice view of the creek golf course, and it runs behind Laurel Ridge, the homes on Laurel Ridge. So you do walk past some beautiful homes over here. Of course, we have our famous red dirt on this Jeep Trail. It is cleared, it's not paved, but it's dirt, and we're gonna run into some more gravel up ahead. But we're really curious about this trail because yesterday we were up hiking around the cabin loop with a good friend, and we could not get back onto the Jeep Trail. So decided to come back out today and see how to get from the beach club to the cabin at Lower Falls, staying exclusively on the Jeep Trail. That's our main goal for today. So we now have a choice to make. We can either go to the left, which is where the sign is telling us to turn from the hiking trails direction, or go to the right. We are going to go to the left and follow the trail markers. Would always advise people to do that. Migo is taking a little rest. It's a little warm today, but we are going to be in the shade mostly, and we are well stocked with water. Definitely in the summer, make sure you bring plenty of water. I also got Migo all wet in Lake Disharoon as we were setting out. So just want to show you where we're heading today. We started off down at the service entrance, down at the bottom of our map over here, and we're going to go up to the cabin at Nature Valley Park. We now come up to another choice. If we want to get on the lake trail, we turn left here. Also the wildflower trail, turn left here. Those are both two of our favorites. And this actually is the lake loop. It's not on the trails guide, but if you take Jeep Trail, turn left at Lake Trail, Wildflower, and then lake, that completes the lake loop. I also really love this expression: take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints. Today we're just staying on the Jeep Trail, and really it's just, you just stay straight on this. Really curious to see what we find out about this Jeep Trail as we get around the cabin loop. But it's just lovely back here. There's a lot of shade. It's cleared out. Hopefully we'll see some deer. Hopefully we'll see some beautiful blue heron we saw yesterday. I'd love to get those on camera as well. We'll see. Along the Jeep Trail, there is a very funny sign: missing hiking husband and dog. Reward for the dog. Somebody there clearly has a very funny sense of humor. Oops, and Migo is definitely enjoying this hike. Okay, so this is actually a first for us in Big Canoe. There is a tunnel on the Jeep Trail. We're gonna go through. We can see it's pretty dry in here. It looks like it's constructed from sheets of metal. There's actually like some mud, and probably from the Jeeps that have gone through here. This would be a good place if you were a singer, if you want to practice. some great echo in there. And what does this sign say? Oh, it just says one way, do not enter. So if you want to take the tunnel, you must come up from the service entrance. Interesting. So there is some parking over here. We did try to find this parking. I was unsuccessful. This was the first time I couldn't find a parking lot based on the trails guide. But let's see what this kiosk says over here. This is actually the official Jeep entrance here. Oh, and this is a kind of a different style from what we've seen all throughout Big Canoe. This might be one of the original signs at Big Canoe. Nothing else that I have seen in the community looks like this. But they actually have names for every turn of Nature Valley. Gray squirrel, wild turkey, beech tree, Toad's Glen, Mountain Dew, the diggings. Cool. Yeah, this is unique. And we are right here, and we're going to continue on the Jeep trail to the cabin. So we're going to head in this direction right over here. So now we're at the official Jeep entrance. We started down from the beach club, but you can also start here. On the map, it does show that you can, if you see where it says Jeep entrance, there is a little parking lot on Wilderness Parkway. I could not find it today. Hopefully you all have better luck. We even tried putting Buck Skull Ridge into our GPS to try to find it, and we didn't have any luck, but it appears that other people have found it easily. So, but I did want to point out to you that if you are coming up here on a Jeep and you want to use the Jeep trail, it's showing the sign, it's one way, and you can only use it if you have a 4x4, four-wheel drive only. So there's also a nice reminder to have your dog on a leash. Okay, so let's check it out. So now we're seeing a sign for a beech tree. This is actually a very large beech tree, I think. So we're also happy to share that the Jeep Trail is very popular. We have seen so many families out hiking today, which is just awesome. The Jeep Trail is also special because even though we are unrelated to the Sheriff's Jeep Fest, the Jeep Fest is something that happens every year in Jasper. Part of Big Canoe is in Jasper, part is in Dawson. But we did want to go ahead and make a plug for the Sheriff's Jeep Fest because we're on Jeep Trail today. And this year, Jeep Fest is August 31st to September 2nd. People come from all over the South for Jeep Fest, and it's a great way for Jeepers to show off the mods that they've made to their Jeeps and what their Jeeps can do. So really fun. We'll be there this year as well to support Jeep Fest, and so wanted to make a plug for that. Also, we have now come up to the cabin, which is wonderful, and now the mystery is solved on how to get back onto Jeep Trail once you get to the cabin from Lake Trail and Lower Falls Trail. It's simply around the left of the cabin. So here's the cabin, and then you get on the Jeep trail right there. There is no sign, but there is a sign once you get down here. The sign says to cabin loop. So in a prior video, we discussed everything that you're going to see at the cabin, but we are just going to make a few highlights as long as we're here. There's this like old-fashioned water mill thing, which is pretty cool. There's no sign on this one, but I'm not sure if this is original or a recreation, but you can imagine that this is how these pioneers got their water. And then this is right next to these gorgeous falls, which just never get old. You can also drive your Jeep right over this creek. Nigo loves to run around in these falls right here, which is very cool and crisp, refreshing. And the Jeep trail continues across the creek, which I will walk on. If you wear waterproof hiking boots, you can cross this, no problem. You can find more parking over there at Yellow Route Parking, which is where we parked when we hiked this originally, and then you could stay on Jeep trail to continue up the mountain. This is all we're going to do today. We're just going to head back down Jeep trail, back down to the beach club. But we did want to show you that leg because that was one of the stretches in the guide that we didn't finish. And so now we've done it, and just thrilled. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and hope you have fun out there.